Okay, so as previously we discussed about the first line of defense system, second line of defense system. So today we are going to discuss about the third line of defense system. Third line of defense system is the specific defense. As second line of defense was non-specific, but third line of defense is specific defense. It will kill the specific bacteria or virus. Okay, so here we have two things. First of all, here we have antigen. Now, what is antigen? Antigen is which initiate the immune response. Like we have a virus or bacteria came in our cell, so there will be fight. Fight will be started. So it will respond, which will initiate the response of immune, which initiate immune response. So it may be bacteria, virus, or components of bacteria and virus. Okay. Okay. So this antigen will stimulate the antibodies, or it stimulate antibodies. Now, what are antibodies? So let's discuss antibodies. So antibodies, it is the Y-shaped protein. It is Y-shaped protein, like this, Y-shape. Okay, so it is not a cell, but these antibodies are made up of cell. Not a cell, but made up of cell. Now, which cells which made the antibody? Those are B cells and plasma cells. Okay, which destroy or neutralize the antigen. These antibodies, the work of these antibodies is that destroy or neutralize the antigen. Destroy or neutralize the antigen. Okay. Now here we have B cells, plasma cells, and remaining we have also T cells. So let's discuss the role of T cells in third line of defense immune system. Role of T cells in third line. It is also known as the cell mediated immunity. Okay, so here we have one means antigen. For example, this we have the antigen. Okay, so here we have one cell. This is cell, and we have studied in previous chapter like the cells which eat the antigen or any bacteria or virus. That cell is known as macrophages. Okay, macrophages. So this antigen will enter in over here inside of cell. So here as macrophages have one type of protein over here. That protein is known as MHC protein. MHC protein. MHC means major histocompatibility. Okay, so this macrophage will break down and present like present this cell over at the upper side of the cell. Here, by breaking down the antigen, it will put the antigen on the upper side of the cell. Or here we have one type of cell that I was saying that this is known as MHC. So here it will represent the antigen. So now this cell is known as anti-presenting cell. Like here it is representing the cell. So here no anti-presenting cell. This is presenting the antigen. So this is an anti-presenting cell. A, B, C. Got it. So here we have now here the major work is of T cells. T cells. What these T cells are? These are the white blood cells. These are the white blood cells. And why we give the name at the T cell? Because these means these are present in the thymus. Thymus, which is the part in our body, and thymus. Okay, थाइमस एंड दी सेल ये सेल मैच्योर होते हैं इस थाइमस में, तभी थाइमस को टी का देकर हमने इसको टी सेल्स का नाम दिया. दी टी सेल्स आर मैच्योर्ड इन थाइमस, मैच्योर्ड इन thymus. Okay, so now let me explain over here. So here as we were having the macrophage, this will represent the antigens over at the, here we have the MSC, which is a protein. Here it represents the antigen. Okay, so now here the T cells have the three cells, like we have TH, this is known as T cell or helper cell. This is known as helper cell. Okay, so here the helper cell will play major role. Like here we have the helper cell, TH helper cell. Okay, so T cell will attach over this. The protein which is present in the T cell, they will attach over this. So now this TH means helper cell will release somehow chemicals. These are named as cytokinase. Or these are known as signaling cells. Signaling cells, like here the T cells is going to release some chemicals, signaling cells, to know the other chemicals, other means cells, that here what is happening. So there they do not have the WhatsApp to message them. They release some chemicals to see, like they are signaling cells to know someone else. Okay, so here this will release somehow chemical that is known as signaling cell. So this chemical will move towards the T cells. And T cell we have another type better known as cytotoxic T cells. This will roam the cytotoxic T cells. So here we have cytotoxic T cells. Okay, so this will be proliferate. This will become proliferate. Okay, mean this will divide into the 4 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, not many cells. Okay, so now this will release somehow chemicals, and here we have another cell. Okay, here we have antigen. So this is known as a macrophage cell. Okay, cell. So the chemical release, so this will die dead or kill the cell. Kill the cell. Got it? So now this is known as cell mediated immunity. Means the cells are going to kill the another cell. Means here T cells are working and killing the infected cell. We can say kill the cell. So this is known as cell mediated cell. Now we have another that is known as, it's called anti-mediated cell. This was a cell mediated. Now here we have the anti-mediated immunity. So let's see this. So let me do like this. So here the B cells will work. B cells. Why we given the name at the B cells? Because these were discovered in bursa. Like bursa is the part in the blood in the burst of the intestine. Okay, bursa, which is present in bursa or in the bird's intestine. Okay, which is present in the bird's intestine is known as bursa. So this will known as the B cells. Okay, so here we have the B cells which will proliferate. Proliferate means make other copies, or we can say here we have B cell. Okay, so this will make different copies. So here we have only two cells. One is memory cell, and other is plasma cell. Now plasma cell will play here the main role. Memory cell is like first of all any antigen or any bacteria is coming. After that these all cells kill that bacteria. So after 1 year or in 1 month that same antigen is coming, so memory gland will remind that. So here the plasma cell will play the main function. Like we have this plasma cell. Here we have the antibodies. So as is the anti-mediator, so here we have the antibodies. So these antibodies will neutralize the cell. Okay, neutralize the cell. So these antigens अपने आप को, ये एंटीजन है और ये एंटीजन अपने आप को एंटीबॉडी से अटैच करवाएगा. So this antibodies will neutralized. ये होगा neutralized और ये गलत था. So ये होगा neutralized. न्यूट्रलाइज हो गया. सो ये क्या करेगा? सो यहाँ पे ये न्यूट्रलाइज कर देगा किसी इन्फेक्टेड सेल को. तो यहाँ पर ये क्या कर रहा है? यहाँ पे ये मतलब सेल मीन्स यहाँ पे कोई सेल नहीं मार रहा. यहाँ पे एक एंटीजन आकर एंटीबॉडीज हैं वो मार देती हैं किसी सेल को. सो यहाँ पे कौन मार रहा है? एंटीबॉडीज किल द सेल. तो यहाँ पर हमें बस क्या था? सेल्स आकर किसी बॉडी को किल कर रहे थे, तो तभी हमने इसको नाम दिया था सेल मेडिएटेड इम्यूनिटी. लेकिन यहाँ पर हमारे पास एंटीबॉडीज किसी को किल कर रही हैं, तो यहाँ पर हमारे पास क्या होगा? एंटी मेडिएटेड इम्यूनिटी. होप इट इज़ क्लियर टू यू ऑल पीपल. सो दिस वाज द थर्ड लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस सिस्टम.